I like new kicks and new clothes. I like new whips and new hoes. Feel like summer, but the flow too cold. I'll be stunting everywhere you know. It feel like the movies, 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 it feel like the movies. Are we all in the movie? Are we all in the movie? Wake up in the morning, ask, is this real? Never trust the senses, fuck what I feel. It's the lonely stoner and my vibe.
But then it's like, but it's also dark, and it's like, I don't know. But like for example, girls are always seen as like vulnerable. You know what I'm saying? Like so, like dudes, it's always tough love and be strong and blah blah blah. But because the girls are always seen as vulnerable, like you naturally like pity them when stuff like that happens to them or like. But the dude, you almost be like, "Oh, you a man? Like, why could?" Sometimes even victim blame, but like, why didn't you do something about it? Like, why couldn't you stop? Like, you supposed to be strong. You supposed to be a man. You supposed to like. So then, like, all those kind of things like reinforce a lot of like uh, cultural norms, and it's fucked up, man. Like I don't have the answers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm still on my journey, like winging it, like. But it's like, you know, we just, at least for me, like I'm just trying to do the best I can, right? Like from the outside looking in, people are gonna judge me. They're gonna be like, "Yo, he's a hypersexual individual that is perverted, loves women too much, lusts after them too much, motherfucker smokes and all these other things, blah blah blah." But it's like at the core of all, like, there's trauma there that like somebody never really got to deal with properly, and compounded by life continuing and more trauma and more trauma. You know what I mean? Like it ain't like life just stops and just it's just good every day. And no, there's more. Sometimes it almost feels like life is trying to like transform you
Yeah.
into being stronger for like the harsher shit that's gonna come ahead. Like, so it's like you almost kind of gotta go through the fucked up shit, and that's the hard part, is trying to like justify those things in your mind and being like, if I like, for me, right, sometimes I wonder like if, like I always dreamed about a life where like I never had that childhood trauma, and I just got to be like a normal every other day citizen, right? And then like there's the other part of me that's like, bro, look at your life. You've like, you're not the GOAT, but like you've had some legendary legendary nights, which would have never happened to you like had you been normal. And you know what I mean, like not just that, but like the way you think about things, you don't see the world the way other people do. You move differently, and all these things kind of like work in unison to make you who you are now. You know what I'm saying? Like despite where that came from, all these things like build you up like look a little cog on the wheel to get this version of you, this specific version. And you know to love yourself is to have to accept that. You know what I mean? And that's where I'm at now, is like, but sometimes I love myself a little too much. So like, anyways, let's start the pod. That way, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I'm not. Yeah, what's happening? This is YB After Dark, episode 3. It is your boy Jay Kush in the building with Jay Roc.
Yep.
Charlie's not in the building again today. He's a little sick, so y'all send some prayers for Charlie's way, and the Lord bless him. Anyways, yo, on to today's pod, yo. We got a lot to talk to y'all about. Not really, but it's mostly just about Diddy today, because we been checking out the Diddy doc, and we figured, we come in here and we just have some talks about it. Especially like me coming from a whole nother generation than these guys. I thought it'd be good to like try to like import some of my views and whatnot. But without a further ado, man, I hope y'all enjoy this episode. And yeah, so it's good, bro. How you been?
Preparing for finals week. I just been working. That's all I can really say for real. Been working. How about you?
Man, busy, bro. Like I'm in a better place than I was last episode. Like watching back, like and I'm thankful for it. But I just been busier, so like I haven't had much time to think about things. I was I had to write the script for the movie project they're working on for our BVNE class.
Yeah.
While at the same time I'm doing my one of my papers for my mass media class. While also juggling like my puppies just got born. Not my puppies, because I mean I didn't birth them, but these puppies just got born, so I gotta keep an eye on their mom all day because they just sucking the life out of her, yo. Like, she's looking like mad skeletal right now. Like, she is just like, she's eating, but they're just sucking her dry, bro. Like, and there's two of them. There's one specifically that's like the fat one in the litter, but like now the other ones are starting to plump up a little bit. But like, it's like they ain't letting go for shit. Like. She be having to like swing them titties side to side to like get them off her, and she be like, "Take me out to pee, like get me out of here, yo!" Like these little motherfuckers won't stop. So normally, like when the babies are first born, she was running out. She would go outside, take a quick pee, run back in. Like no, take me to my babies. Now she just be outside, just looking at shit, just. Me feel the breeze, like enjoy the sunlight. I ain't trying to go back in, cause as soon as I go back in, ooh, my titties hurt. Nah, like and as soon as she gets done with her business, she'll come inside. Before she used to do a quick little trot up the stairs. Now she just be like, oh man. I'll be sometimes carrying her. I'll pick her up, take her back up to her babies, sit her down. Like, the second they realize, they just start doing like a little worm crawl and just like latching onto them titties right away. And then she just be like, now she'll just give up and just like lay down and just like, she looks so depressed. Like, she's about to give up on life. And I'm just like, not my baby. Like, I feel so bad. But, yeah, taking care of that. Worried about my mom's coming up and for Christmas and stuff like that, so trying to get everything ready for that. Just trying to be everywhere at once, cause like sometimes like I'm just too accessible to people, and like I've made it that way, but then like sometimes it kind of comes back to bite me in the ass, cause then like people like really expect me to be there for everything, and I'm just like, yo, I am tired. Like, for example, when Thanksgiving came around, how was your Thanksgiving, by the way?
It was chill. We didn't do too much. Not many people came over. I didn't cook this time. It was a real chill Thanksgiving. Nothing major. Just spend time with family. Mm-hmm. Nothing to complain about.
What was on the menu?
Turkey. A whole bunch of pie. We had sweet potato pie. Then we had white sweet potato pie.
What's that?
Sweet it's white sweet potato pie. Like it's white potato, but it's still sweet. I'm pretty sure I'm using the name wrong, but if you look at it, like it's literally a white sweet potato pie. But I think it's
but is it like a white sweet potato?
Yeah. Like the sweet potato isn't brown like usual. It's like a lighter color.
Genetically altered.
But yeah, my mom's a big pie person. She also made key lime pie. No, lemon meringue. My bad. Lemon meringue pie, which is really good. And then we have rolls. My grandma's famous rolls. I love her rolls. Some cranberry, some meatballs, some angeled eggs. We don't call them deviled eggs. Angeled eggs. Mac and cheese, collard greens. Oh, and then I made a punch. And everybody loved it because they called me a mixologist. They was like, "What you be doing at school to know how to mix so well?" I was like, "Hey, just enjoy the beverage." But yeah, what about you?
It was cool. But I had to do a lot of cooking in between. So like, for example, I knew that like there was gonna be like a storm coming, a snow, because it's PA. Yeah. So like, I was trying to go to Walmart, get some brand new all weather tires for my front of my car because it's a front wheel drive. So I make sure like all the tires are decent, but I want to make sure that the front two are brand new. That way, you know what I mean? Ain't no problems in the snow. So then I couldn't go all week because my nephew was off school, so there was nobody that could watch him but me. And like it was just like, oh, gotta take my the whole week to do that. So like when it was time, then the day before Thanksgiving or something like that, my sister was like, "Yo, my boyfriend's sister's coming into town. Can we not cook on Thanksgiving and wait till Friday?" And I was like, "Damn, I got plans on Friday to go get my tires because that's the only day of the week I could have gotten them done." So I'm like, all right. So now like I'm staying up till like midnight, seasoning up the turkey and making sure that some pork shoulder too, making sure that was all good and seasoned up. Putting that in the oven at midnight so that it could chill there all night long and cook so that I could go to Walmart early in the morning, get my tires, and then blah, 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 blah. So then I go to Walmart, and then, like, I go to buy the tires, and dude's like, all right, you can pay for them, but we're not going to install them because you got to make an appointment. I'm like, bro, it's 7:30 in the morning. There's nobody here. Just 3 motherfuckers just standing around in the shop. Like, y'all can't just put my tires on right now because it's by appointment only. We got an 8 o'clock over. All right, so I pay for the tires. They're like, all right, we come back on Tuesday at this time. We'll install them, Jones. Bam. Saying, like, I was going to at first just take the tires with me and run to, like, another auto shop and just get them to do it. But I got the turkey in the oven. I got people coming through. I'm like, I ain't got time for that. So I was like, you know what? I was like, hopefully ain't no snow coming by Tuesday and we good. Run back home. Then like my sister's boyfriend's people show up, and then like I'm just running around cooking, trying to make sure everything is like ready. And then when they get there, they're like, oh well, we got to put some stuff in the oven. We got to put a lamb in the oven. It's gonna be like another 3 hours. I was like 3-4 hours, and I've been cooking all day. I'm hungry as hell. I'm like, yo, I'm eating right now. And I'm going to bed. Like, you going to bed? Yes, I am tired. Like, I've been running around, preparing all this food, running around to Walmart, trying to get these tires in, buying all these Christmas gifts, trying to just a mountain of shit. And I'm just like,
yeah,
another 4 hours. You got me fucked up. So I felt bad because like typically like I would kick it and just like, you know what I mean? Like, shoot the shit with them. But, like, I was, like, dipped. And, like, then Tuesday is the day of the appointment for the tires. So then I go to, that day, snow comes. Mm-hmm. And I'm just like, the coincidence that goddamn, the day I'm supposed to get my snow tires installed, of course it's gonna snow that day, and it's like a good amount of snow, like especially where I was at, yo. Like, so when I first went to leave to go to school, I only had Fabrizio's class that day for intro or whatever to film. So I get out, I'm on my way to school, and like as soon as I get onto the highway, bro, like I'm slipping and sliding the whole way there, like, but when we get to the highway, there was like 40 cars stopped because this dude spins out and he's like facing like incoming traffic. Yeah. So we gotta wait for him to reverse and drive, and I'm just like, that could be me any second now with these bald ass tires, like not bald, but like not the greatest tires. So I'm just like, you know what? And I felt bad too because before I got in the car, I was like, Lord, you got me. I was like, you're going to put your hand over this car and you're going to make it so I make it to Messiah. And as soon as I seen that 40 pile up, I started doubting God quick as hell. I was like, Lord, like, it's not that I don't trust you. I don't trust these tires. You know what I'm saying? I don't trust this vehicle. I don't trust my ability to drive in the snow. So I'm just like starting to doubt it. I'm like, you know what? I'm going home. It ain't worth for me for one class to just risk me on my neck. I turn around. I get on the back roads to get back to my crib. Oh, worst mistake ever, bro. Not completely like a slushed up mess, right? So when I'm almost by my crib and I have to go up this massive hill. And as I punched it, but then like I got halfway up and then my tires just started. I was just like sending punches, pressing the accelerator, and it's just like I started slipping and sliding like.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, oh my God, I hope nobody's coming this way. I know nobody's coming behind me because I ain't going nowhere. Like I can't get. So instead, I was just like, you know what? Let me just like back up a little bit and then just drive the way I just came from, and I'll just take another back road. So I went and did that. That shit was a nightmare. But I get to this spot where it's like where I originally came down from, where it's like this like massive hill, and it's by like this Turkey Hill by my crib, and there's like a stop sign. So I looked as I was coming up to the stop sign. I didn't see no cars coming. So I just like, I ain't stop. I just like slid with it. That way I could use the momentum to go punch it up the mountain.
Right.
So I was like, as long as I could just make it like to the top, I'll be all right. So I punched it. As soon as I got to the very top, that bitch started going, but I was already too high up. And it was like, nope.
Right.
Made it, got back to the crib. So then, like maybe like 2 hours later, it stopped snowing. So and we're just chilling, and I'm just like, damn, my appointment is coming up for the tires. I was gonna cancel that and not go, even though I really need these new tires. But like, I don't know how the road conditions are gonna be like. So, you know what I mean? Like, so I popped back up on God, and I was like, Lord, I'm about to go get these tires. My faith that you're gonna help me get there. And we gonna be alright. God was like, I got something for you. You gonna doubt me? Like, so I get on the highway, taking off. Everything's good. The streets are clean. The highway's clear. It's just a little wet, but I mean, like, ain't no snow or nothing. So I'm driving on the highway on 81 for like 11 miles, and then I gotta get off on this exit. The exit takes me to these back roads to get to the Walmart.
Right.
The back roads, again, not clean. So now I gotta drive 6-7 miles of back roads at like 40 miles an hour on like these roads that like literally there's just like 2 little lines for your tires, and then it's just like a mound of like ice.
Right.
So like if you miss that slide off at all, you sliding. You know what I mean? Like, so you gotta follow them roads all the way up. Bro, I feel like 5 miles, I'm just like hazard lights on, just tight gripping the steering wheel, just like Lord, like we gonna make it. And sure enough, we made it to the Walmart, no problem. But then when I get out the car, my mud flap, like some kind of like under the car, is like bent and like scraping the street. So I'm just like, man. But I'm like, you know what? At least we get the new tires. I'll worry about it later. Blah blah. So then I go to the dude and I'm like, hey, I got an appointment today for these 2 tires. I purchased them on Friday. They told me if I didn't that like to buy them that day because it was Black Friday, so I can get them at that price. Because if I waited until Tuesday, I was gonna get them at a different price. So I paid for them. Y'all are holding on to them. I just need y'all to install them. Well, that don't sound right. Why would y'all not just install them the same day? I'm like, why would y'all not? If I was here at 7:30, like, ain't no cars around. I just don't. But it's like one of them little like bumfuck Walmarts in like a super like you know what I'm talking about type of town like
Yeah.
one of them sundown.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I can already tell the vibe. He's like, I'm gonna investigate, and I'm like, all right, well, here's a receipt of these tires that were purchased, paper documentation, all the investigation you need. Oh well, I still gotta do my job, blah blah blah. So then after some time, they come back. They're like, all right, we'll install the tires. So they installed the tires, but then he comes back and he was like, all right, well, I installed the front two tires. And then I took the old two tires, I put them in your back seat, and then I put the other two new tires and put them in the trunk. I'm like,
What?
I only paid for two tires. I was like, what do you mean? And he's like, you bought four. I'm like, no, I didn't. I'm like, so like for a split second, like I had this thought in my head. I was like, don't say shit. Take them tires, nigga. Like,
Yeah.
brand new tires. God did. Like, Lord was blessing you. I was about. There was a part of, like God wouldn't bless you for some dishonesty. You know what I mean? Like, so I'm just like, you know what? Hey, bro. I was like, I didn't pay for them tires. He's like, oh, well, I can't let you leave with them. Well, no shit. That's what I'm telling you. Like, take them tires up out of there. He's like, all right, cool. They let me leave. They're like, oh, we fixed your under wrap too, by the way, free of charge. Cool. Made it back home. Everything was good. I was like, I'm blessed. So like, I was like, yo, I'm still stressing my mom coming up and all this other stuff. And then like, I hit up the school sends me an email saying that I gotta do like some financial aid requirements and blah 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 blah, blah or else I can't get my money to pay for my tuition, this and that. So I go do them. And one of them is like a mature student discount or something like that. And I apply for it. I get approved. I go to check the next day, and I see I got approved. And then I got, I'm at the sitting in my account
For
for me to take out. And I'm like,
wow.
What? So I'm like, how did this get here? I ain't got no scholarships or nothing like that. So I hit up the VA and I'm like, yo, what I do about this money? Because y'all the ones that pay my tuition, but the money says it's for me. So what we doing? They were like, well, if you didn't pay the tuition, then you're not supposed to be getting that money, unless. So talk to your vet rep on campus and see what exactly that's for. So I called the vet rep, and he was like, "Yeah, no, it's like a kind of like a scholarship where it's not just for tuition; it's for your food. You could for being on campus if you live on campus, yada yada yada." So he was like, "That's your money. We don't pay the VA. Like that's for you." He's like, "You can't access the other like." He's like, "You can only get 50, like half of it now, because that was for this semester, and then the other from next semester." But he was like, but yeah, he's like, you can withdraw this half, next semester you can withdraw the other. I was like, what? I was like, bet is on. Yeah. And then, of course, like there's like the sick part of me that was like, oh, what? How much money? We finna wild out, right? And then I had to be.
You had to remember back in Florida.
Mm-hmm. Well, and it was just like, yo, like God just blessed you. Like, don't even use them blessings for that. Like, nah, stop bugging. Calm, act like you had some money. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, which I had plenty of money. That's the worst part. At least like in comparison to like the students, like I be feeling bad, bro. Sometimes, like
you get milked dry.
Like the other day when we were filming the first day of filming the movie, I was, we were filming like right after school from like 3:30 until like 8 o'clock, and so by the time we were done, I was hungry as shit, and like everybody was like, yeah, we got time, we wanna go eat, and the one girl was like, yeah, I'm about to eat like a whole box of mac and cheese, and they're like, what do you eat? And I was like, going to Outback Steakhouse and getting a steak. I don't know what the fuck y'all talking about. A box of mac and cheese, but that's not gonna do it for me. Like, and they were like, oh, steak. Yeah, like, so I felt really bad, so that's why I brought the pizza the next day. I was like, let me bless these little niggas, because I know that they fucked up right now. And bruh, oh my god, man. Every instinct in me was like telling me to wild out now that I got that bread. Like, bruh, I ain't even gonna lie, bro. I almost went to the clubs again. I almost started like
doing things you weren't supposed to be doing.
Yeah, because like I'm still dealing with the other shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm like I'm not good at dealing with feelings, like, because trauma. So it's like my initial instinct is when I feel a certain kind of like pain or thing, is to cover it up with either sex or drugs. Yeah. Those are, or both at the same time, because they go really good together. Like, sorry, Messiah, but you know what I mean. Like, that's how like my instinctual like program since the Navy to how to handle like self-care, self-medicate. You know what I mean? Like, so I'm still like, bro, I saw her the other day. Like,
who?
Oh, girl.
Oh, from.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, I was when I was picking up the equipment, she came out the other side of the building, and then like I was already on my way down, so like I just kind of just kept on going about my business. But it's like I was hoping I wouldn't see her again for the rest of the semester, because I don't really have to deal with how I feel there. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I'd rather just like repress that, wait for that shit to end, and when I meet the next girl that I like inevitably like get simped for, you know what I mean? Like, then I'll be alright. But it's like right now in this moment, it's still too like early, so it's like I'm just, how do I stop gapping? And right now I'm filling that in with like schoolwork and these projects. Like we're having all this fun and stuff, but it's like when then that's over and I gotta go home to my real life, and and I'm dealing with like all those things. It's like then that's when that call begins, and it's just like, you got the bread, go out, get some buns, wild out, do like, and it's just like I miss it so goddamn much. Like,
if you don't mind me asking, like, when's the last time like you had intercourse? Not in a weird way. Like, it's a weird question. That's actually a weird question.
No,
I've never asked that before.
It's cool. Like not 2 years, like a year and couple months or something like that. Yeah. Like when I left Florida, like, cause that was I felt really guilty about how I treated that girl, and then I decided after her that I wasn't gonna just like use women for their body and just like.
Right.
Cause it's like, for me, it's like everywhere I've been, I've been liked.
Right.
I've had people just gravitate to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, and sometimes it'd be hard to just say no, to just be like, you know what I mean? Like, not think with your dick and be like, you know what, like, you know what I mean? Like, I fucked up a lot because of my dick. You know what I mean? Like, so after that girl in Florida, I had made a decision that I wasn't gonna fuck with nobody unless I was like actually had real feelings for them, like outside of fucking, and like like I wanted like something pure. You know what I mean? Like, so then I liked this one girl at work, but things didn't work out. Then I was talking to this other chick at work, but she had a dude, and she was trying to act like she didn't have one, and it was just like a weird, like it was annoying because at work I would have mad girls flirt with me, but then she would cop block and be like, "Nah, that's my man." I'm like, "But I'm not your man. You got a man, like, and you prevented me from getting what I want, but you ain't even like, you know what I mean?" So it took a couple months, but I had to like not like 2 months or so. But I finally got tired of that shit with her, and I was like, ugh, cut that off. So then that's when I came here, and then you know what I mean, ran into old girl, and yeah, like that, and that's what made you mad, right? Because at myself, not her.
Yeah.
Because I was good, and then like I had finally like gotten to a point where like I was good without like being in a relationship, being like on my own. I still like had like the physical needs and wants, but like I was because I was on this journey. I was kind of like able to like be like, you know what, push that to the side or whatever. But then the second I ran into her, and I had met her before. I met her last semester at one of the events I covered at YBTV, and I thought she was cute then, but because I liked somebody at the time, I didn't pay her no mind. So like when I ran into her again this semester, I was like, oh shit. And then like every I would we would see we would you know, just chat it up, and you know, at first like I would come in and she'd be like, oh, you look really good today, blah 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 blah, and I would see her, I'm like, yo, you look really good today too. Oh yeah, that sweater looks nice on you, yo, it brings out your eyes. And then it just kind of like went from there, and then that's when it just started. It hit me like a gut punch, like, damn, I really like this chick. Oh shit, like this is complicated because we all work together, we all go to the same school. I don't really know her outside of this, so it's like I should just not. But fuck, that's hard. Like we keep seeing each other, and then like.
But did y'all only see each other within the workplace?
Yeah, because I had actually asked her to pod, and and at first she had said yeah, and that was gonna be kind of like an introduction to like me, who I really was and whatnot. But then she canceled on me, and then because she was like she's busy, you know what I mean? Like so she had like some film shit or whatever. So I was like cool, and then we would hang out like as a group during like, you know, like certain functions and stuff like that. So now I would see her then and blah, blah. So then like that when I had sent her that message, that was me trying to cross that line to be like, yo, I want to see you outside. You know what I mean? Like of, you know, what I typically see you as, and like even if like it's just to get a cup of coffee, just to chat or whatever. So that was like the first real attempt to like do that, but you know, she wasn't with it. And then after that, it was just like, well, I don't want to, you know, I don't want to inconvenience you with what I feel, so I'd rather just remove myself out the situation. And, you know, like, so like, I've still been feeling like how, like, for example, have you ever thought about another person? Well, first off, have you ever had sex? You don't have to answer if you don't feel comfortable.
Perhaps. That's all. I'll leave it at that. Maybe.
I mean, I think you have. I would have thought you had, to be honest, but I also know where we're at. So yeah. You know what I mean. But for me, I'll say then this: I've definitely like been in situations where I've been with someone and thought of someone else. And
wait, like, you mean like when you say be with someone, like just be with someone like as a couple, or like while you're having intercourse with them? And
while you're having intercourse
with someone else. Wow. I don't know. I'm kind of looking at it from a deeper aspect. Like with me, how I know I like a girl is when like she's always on my mind. And like I can't stop thinking about her, or like when I see her, I get butterflies. Like on some genuine stuff. So like
1990s R&B.
Yeah, literally. So it's just like, how do you know that like that's like genuine and not just lust, or not just like you just want to have sex with her?
It's hard because again, hypersexual, from trauma, right? But my logical thinking is, for example, if that's the one time I don't want to think about you in that capacity, and I can't stop myself from thinking about you, like for example, right? Like, if I know it's TMI, right? But like, let's say I rub one out to like or even if I'm doing it off memory, right? Like let's say I'm thinking about, Shorty from the restaurant where she used to give me some top during lunch, right? Like, Shorty had the meanest mouth. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, like, I'm just being for real, because, like, she should not have had that ability, but, like, you know what I mean? She was good at what she did. So, like, when I think about it sometimes, like, I'll remember and be like, damn, like, and I'll, but it'll be like a little, you know what I mean? Like a little, but then, like, if I'm thinking about her at that moment, that shit is like a fucking cannon, like, damn, like, and it's like, because it's like, that's what it really, now, of course, yes, there is like a lust side to that. I lust after her. I'm not gonna say I don't. I find her attractive and want to fuck her. You know what I mean? Like, but she made my heart race. She made my stomach sick when, like, you know what I mean? Like when I saw her and, at the equipment room, like my stomach dropped, bro. Like, there's certain things that like you can't fake, and it's like, or
you can't ignore.
That you can't ignore certain signs that, like, so like for me that was this like, I mean, I had already known by then that I had those feelings for her, but like that was like kind of like the proof of it in the end. Like, okay, you really did feel that for this person. So that's why, like, I don't know. Have you had any girls that like you've really been like into that you kind of just like think about like that, like in an uncontrollable way that like you just can't help but like damn, I want it?
Yeah, I mean, I've never thought about her and said, let me rub one out real quick, but like I've never done that to any girl, bro. However, there's been like, in my own way, like there's been times where I thought about a girl and like she would always be on my mind, and like I would call one of my guys up, or a female friend, because that's what female friends, like, they're good for advice like that. I'd be like, yo, this was girls I was thinking, not recently, like a while ago, I was thinking about da, 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 da. But yeah, to answer your question, yeah, there has been, and I would just have to live with the feeling, because obviously I don't want to force anything and make the girl uncomfortable. It's just a process. Like, if you really like somebody, you just gotta, you gotta get to know her. She needs to know you. So it's just like, it's a process.
So that has made me wonder, right? You said that like you never like seen a girl and was like, oh, let me just go rub one out. No. So then why do you rub one out? Like, is it just like?
I mean, I haven't rubbed one out in a long time, because I don't really, but like,
oh, okay, then that makes sense.
Yeah.
If it's not something that you like would typically do.
Yeah.
But I don't know, like for me,
where's this conversation going, bro?
Because we talking about Diddy, I guess. Nah, but it that's what happens when you start off an episode with like childhood trauma. Like,
yeah. Yo. But now go ahead. Go back to what you're saying.
Nah, to wrap all this up, yeah, like these last couple of weeks, it's been hard fighting that instinct to go back into the world and just like unload. Pause. But it's I'm hanging on by a thread, but like my belief is in God, and that if He closed one door, it was because another door was gonna open, and nothing was without reason. Like even this, right? Like I feel like everything is a lesson for one reason or another, and this for me, I just took it as a lesson, and like I need like that I was still capable of feeling things, even if I didn't, even if I told myself like, yo, I'm done, I'm shutting everything off, cutting everybody out. Like you don't get to dictate that. Like your heart wants what it wants when it wants it. You don't, and if someone comes along and is able to bring that out of you, whether they wanted to or not, like it's, you know, it's a beautiful thing to be alive and to feel for people. You know what I mean? Like it just adds color to life, and even grays and shit when it doesn't go good, but it's still, color, and life without color is just bland. You know what I mean? So um, to now talk about someone else's sex life. Let's talk about Diddy. You know what I'm saying? And the new doc that just dropped.
Yeah.
Um, how, let's start off with this. What do you think Diddy did to 50 Cent that made him hate him like this?
Probably owe him some money.
I don't know, man. This is like some.
I was surprised that 50 Cent was he the director, the producer?
I
know he has like a big role.
Yeah, he's like I won't say it, executive producer or some shit like that, because someone else directed it, and they got some Netflix had a part in it, so I'm pretty sure they had part of their own team in it. But I mean, he's the face of it. You know what I mean? Like, because he's been shipping this around for quite some time that he had this footage. It just made me wonder about like grudges and like who I hate enough to do that to. You know what I mean? Like, and what would they have to do to me for me to be that obsessed with their like destruction?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so for me, there's not many things I can think about that could make me hate a motherfucker that much to do like to be like that. So I mean, and that's just me.
Yeah. So
50 could be petty and just like he could just like he's like Jordan, like where like how Jordan would like sometimes invent narratives to like destroy his opponents in the game. Like he could just be doing this for the love of the game and just like this is what he does. But I know Diddy tried to like take him shopping and stuff like that.
Yeah, he was like, I'm a grown man. Like, why you trying to take me shopping?
So I think that has stuff to do with it. Like I could picture a world where 50 Cent went to a Diddy party not knowing what a Diddy party was, got a little too drunk, something in the drink might have been put in, woke up feeling like what the fuck happened, and then was like, oh word, that's how you move? Alright, I'm gonna kill you. Like I'm gonna spend every day of my life fucking your shit up.
I mean, I didn't even know he didn't like P. Diddy for real, though.
Oh, I knew.
I didn't know that until, like, he came out with the documentary. I was like, oh, so there's something there. But, like, he can be petty, because I don't know if you remember. It was during your time, because I wasn't even born yet. I've heard about it. During you know who Ja Rule is, right?
Yeah.
Him and 50 and Ja Rule used to have a big beef.
Yep.
And 50 was so petty, he bought out half the seats to Ja Rule's concert, and there was barely anyone there.
Well, Ja Rule got 50 shot 9 times, so that I would do that too if you shot me 9 times. You know what I mean?
I didn't know that.
Like,
I know he was the reason for that.
Yeah, he didn't do it directly, but it was one of his people that did that. So that's why there has been that beef like that.
Okay.
But it's just from uh, like if you look at some like the craziest beefs in hip hop, you know, like Jeezy Gucci Mane, right? Like now that was before your time too.
Yeah, that's what I say. I don't know much about that.
But like when Jeezy was like on top, right, for like a certain period of time where he had this run in Atlanta that was epic, and Gucci Mane started to like climb up in the underground, started to get like some notoriety and whatnot, and when that started happening, I mean there was like some tension there, so Jeezy put a bounty on Gucci Mane's head for $10,000 and put it
over some because he was getting famous. That's stupid.
Yeah, well, I mean, just like you know, street shit, like
okay.
you know what I mean, like I don't know the exact particulars, but I remember it was just like at the time, you know, Jeezy was really big and Gucci Mane was still like you know coming up, and Jeezy in a song said, "Yo, anybody that takes his head, that's $10,000." So people started to come after him, and one of the times, Jeezy's best friend got like a chick to set him up, and they went to the crib to go shoot up Gucci Mane. Gucci Mane pulled out his gun and killed Jeezy's best friend, and the other person got beat the murder charge and laughed about it like for years, like made a song about it and everything. So then during COVID when Versus came around, like they had a moment where it was people thought I was gonna go left because Gucci played that song and was like, yeah, this is for your dead partner, like, and put the song on. So it's like it I can understand the pettiness, especially like I mean if you almost had me killed, like on some dumb shit, like yeah, I'm gonna hold on to that. So for me, like it made me wonder like why 50 was like really, really like on Puff's ass like that. No Diddy, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then you know, like you know the doc starts. You know, you kind of see like him before he goes into jail. You know, talking to his lawyer and all that stuff, and you could like kind of see that like he's still kind of like, no, I'm P Diddy. You gonna figure this out?
Yeah.
Like this is what I pay y'all to do, but you know what I mean? Like, and like I thought it was good to start it like that because it kind of like villainized them immediately, like where you're like, because by now you know the Cassie tape came out, the lawsuit had come out, so
yeah, and then the other documentary came out, Freak Offs. Did you watch that?
Nah, I didn't watch that.
Yeah, that came out too.
But for me, the biggest thing was like when the Cassie lawsuit came out, like that was made public, so all the evidence that was submitted in that lawsuit, you know, people, you know, were using, and essentially, like, that was, for me, where, you know, he took the wrong turn, because if I pimped out a chick, even if, you know, she was with it or not, but, like, knowing with today's Me Too climate and all that other shit, like, I would have immediately stepped on that. Especially having all that money that he got. I'd be like, how much you want? Shut up. NDA, you will never talk about this again. Like, now go to your corner. You know what I mean? Like, but instead, he didn't pay. He thought like, oh, she ain't gonna do nothing about it. She files a lawsuit. Like, he immediately then pays the $20 million to settle. It's like, but why would you do that? If I mean, I get that, like, for example, the media now is circulating, like, the lawsuit, and they're talking about it and whatnot. But it's like, but you knew that was going to happen when you told her that you wasn't going to pay her. Mm-hmm. So now that she went through with it, and it's out there, why are you then going to turn around and pay her? It's already out there.
Yeah.
You can't put that close that box back up. It's on the internet. Motherfuckers gonna know. So it's like at that point, then you should have been like trying to like do crisis management to some PR shit like I apologize, blah blah. Yeah, but instead, like he tried to like downplay it, deny it, blah blah blah. Then the feds turn it into a trial, and it goes from there. But it's like when you see him like that, like like how it was in the beginning, it's like it lets you know early on, like he is not sorry for what he did. He did like the way how he talked about that, like that tape. It's like he cared more about the tape being out than the fact that he beat the shit out of Cassie at that hotel. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, it's like you really like. I mean, I've only seen bits and pieces of it because I don't want to watch that shit to be honest. But like, you really put the pause on her, so it's like that don't bother you. But instead, the fact that we all now know it now that and we look at you crazy like we should, now that bothers you. So it's like, bro, like you had to have known that that was coming. Like you can't if you're gonna do people dirty, like you can't like how I put it like keep agitating them to the point where like they're gonna be like, oh now fuck you, we gonna we gonna burn this bridge. Like for example, I'm I'm certain I got girls in my past that could say shit about me and be like, now what they gonna say is not as egregious, nowhere near as egregious as some of this Diddy shit. But I'm sure, like, in somebody's story, I'm the bad guy, right? Like, and I've accepted, and I know I've been the bad guy a couple times. So, like, I've come to terms with that. But now, if I'm a public figure and I'm trying to keep that under wraps, I'm not gonna fuck with that person. Like, send them messages and like, oh, you broke, blah blah. Like trying to agitate them, knowing that they might just turn around and screenshot my shit, hit the media up and be like, yo, bam, bam, bam. So it's like you, especially as someone with that kind of money, you gotta know who to pay off to keep their mouth shut.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Like especially when you do certain people dirty. Like you gotta be like, you know what? I fucked up. Even if you don't want to accept the fact that you fucked up. But it's like, but in order to keep this from going out, let me just silence that shit. And I think that's where he really, really, really messed up. Because a lot of these people, it's just like, he just didn't pay them. And so they were like, I bet I'm snitching. Like, even the dude with the dreads that was talking about, oh, he got the 25%, he had signed up.
Oh, yeah, the best friend.
Kirk Burrows or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like he trying to position himself in a way where he's just like, oh, I was just a victim too, and like.
Well, he did say he was part of the problem, though. He did admit that.
He did, but like in a way that like kind of like didn't really take accountability for like. It's like you witnessed him putting hands on women and didn't do nothing about it, didn't stop him, didn't. Like, now you're sitting here like, oh yeah, he's a violent piece of shit that beats up women. But it's like, but you were there. Like, if anyone could have stopped this trajectory, like, you were scared of him too. Like, I get it. But you can't then turn around years later and be like, yo, he a piece of shit. It's like, dog, you was day one. Like, you was day one of the Bad Boy label. Like throughout this whole process,
You're part of the ownership.
even after you got signed over your 25%, you was still there protecting all this shit. Like, I can't feel bad for you now and then be like, because there are other real victims in this that like the Aubrey O'Day shit, how he was doing them Danny the King girls and all that stuff, like that. or even like some of the producers not paying them for their work and blah 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 blah, or how he was, like stealing his artist's money and shit like that. Like all those things like are legit and valid. Get him for that. But then there's just some stuff that I'm just like, but you was right there. You know what I'm saying? It's like a couple months ago, Fat Joe's ex hype man came out and was like, "Oh, Fat Joe was fucking 16-year-olds and blah 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 blah." Well, how do you know that? Well, cause I was there with him and blah. So it's like, but you was right there with him, like, and now 20 years later, cause he stopped giving you the bread. Now all of a sudden you want to start snitching. Oh, Fat Joe was. It's like, but you was right there with him. Like, I can't respect that. You know what I'm saying? Like for example, I got a homie that, when we were in the Navy, like that nigga, um, he had a minor for a girlfriend. Like he was a lot older than her, and he was like 25-ish or something like that, and he was dating like a 16-year-old girl or something like that. And when I found out, I was like, bro, you bugging. I was like, I can't stop you from doing what you're gonna do, but just know that if you get caught, nigga, that's your ass at the command. They gonna fuck you shit up. Like, now, could I have called the police myself for my boy? Yeah. Was I gonna do it? No. But, you know what I mean? Like, I at least told him, yo, you wrong. You wrong as hell. And there are consequences for this should this go wrong, should this go left. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't then, like, let's say 15 years from now, there's a doc on my boy, pop up and be like, oh, I knew from the jump.
Yeah.
And then why don't you do something about it?
Yeah.
Like, it's like, I don't know. Like, I can't, because it's like, we all make exceptions. There's rules. Like, for example, like, we might have somebody that we fuck with, care about, family, that does something wrong that, like, we may not necessarily jive with, but, like, we gonna ride for them just because that's fam. You know what I'm saying? Like, but if it gets weird when you involve money into it, because now there's like a reason for why you're doing that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because you might not really love me and be trying to protect my image. You might just be doing this shit because you want that check. And then it's like, at that point, that's why it's like, it's so hard. It's so hard to be in those kind of positions where you have that kind of money like that, because then it's like people enable you because they want your bread. So they're going to let you get off all that shit. Let me get that bread. But then the second you stop getting the bread, it's like, oh, yo, so-and-so did this, this, and this, and this, and this. And then there's the other part of me that's like, but you still a piece of shit. Like when I was watching the whole Diddy shit with Tupac and Biggie, I'm like, yo, like, you definitely had them killed. Like,
oh, you think had Biggie killed too?
Yeah, for sure. Because one, the record labels, they put insurances out on their artists, right? Like, two, he had already got what he needed out of him. Like, he needed Diddy for the street cred and shit. Like, he probably could have, if not for Tupac, he probably would have kept him around. But because Tupac created a rift between him and Diddy, it was like, it got too big to ignore. Like, Diddy, Biggie was trying to leave Diddy. You know what I'm saying? Like, leave Bad Boy, go do his own thing. So it's like, you're not about to just let him walk away. Like, oh, okay, cool. You know what I mean? Like, so, like, it's grimy and all this other stuff. Like, but I don't know, man. Like, it's like the police knew this shit already. Like, all this stuff that we're just seeing now on the dock, it's been known shit. And there's never been any arrests. There's never been, Like Diddy's never been accused. It's like the whole David shit with Celeste and.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's been 2 months and they found that girl's body in his Tesla and they still like, whoa.
No arrest or nothing.
We don't know what happened.
Because technically they don't have enough evidence to like do anything to David.
That's impossible. Because the fact that they were in a Tesla to begin with, a Tesla records all 24/7. So it's like the second somebody put the trunk in his car, that would have been recorded. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like they got those footage. They got whether they can tie down certain things. Like, I'm sure they're waiting to get more evidence so that they can like throw the book at him or whatever. But it's like, but from the outside looking in, it looks crazy because we see enough stuff that it's like this is enough evidence that can tie this and this and this together, where y'all could at least get him for something, but y'all ain't even getting him for nothing. So we just like, it's like, I'm sure like that's how rappers felt like the whole time after Biggie and Pac died. They just like, y'all not gonna. So imagine like how much clout now Diddy probably must have had, knowing like the whole world, the whole game knew he killed them people and got away with it, and he's still still making the moves like, I want you on my album. Now I'm good. I said I want you on my album. You want $1 million on your head too?
Yeah. Did you actually see the clip where him and Nip got into it?
No, I haven't seen that one.
So like a few months ago, there was a clip where he was producing a song for Nip, and Nip started clapping and being loud, and P. Diddy was kind of being disrespectful, like, nah, cut that out, bro. Like, don't be clapping in my house. So Nip was like, what? Word? So then Puff looked at Nip's wife and was like, ain't that funny? Like, he was trying to like little boy him. So Nip looked at his wife and he said, keep clapping, babe, keep clapping. He clapped. And then Nip was like, yeah, I'm gonna keep doing what I want. And then Puff was like, all right, mother effer. Like a threat. Like he was trying to threaten him. So like, I was just thinking about that.
No, I mean, if you look at like, that was some gang, supposedly a gang dude, but Puff had those connections to the gangs like that. So who knows? I mean, it's plausible. You know what I mean, at this point. But it's just like, can you imagine like how you would move on Earth if you could do shit like that and not get no arrest, but everyone around you knows you did that shit? You'd be moving crazy. That's why, like, how much money would you ever want to make? Like, what would be the max amount of money that you would want to make in life?
In life, I don't know, because like I've actually thought about this a lot. Like, do I really want to be a billionaire? I just want to have enough money to last me where I don't have to worry, and even last future, like my kids. So whatever that looks like, maybe that's 100 million, maybe that's only 10 million, maybe that's, I don't know. I want to be in the millions, but I don't need to be a billionaire. It would be nice to, but it's like, do I really need that much money?
No, for sure, man. And I mean, like,
definitely in the millions though.
I guess part of it was spawned on the other day. I don't know if you've seen the trend on TikTok where they're all talking about, would you choose $1 trillion or a 10-minute meeting with Jesus?
Oh yeah, I have seen that.
And like, yeah, people have been, especially a lot of podcasters, have just been wilding on that shit. Shit, I'd take it. I'd do it for $2 million. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's just like, I mean, there's a part of me that gets it because that's something born out of poverty. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
And like of the world.
Yeah, like if you've never had money all your life and you're asking me a hypothetical question about where I take money or a meeting with God, most broke motherfuckers is gonna be like, give me the money. You know what I'm saying? Like, me, I would say the 10-minute meeting with God, just on the pure strength that like, I need to plead my case. I need to lay some groundwork before Judgment Day and like know where me and God are at. Like, I need like a midterm where like, yo, Lord, how am I doing? Am I on the right path? Where do I need to pivot at? What should I study? Like, get me to the promised land. Like, that's how I would go about it. But it's like, there's so many teachings in the New Testament about how like too much money is bad for you. You know what I'm saying? So for me, like, I would want to make enough money that like I'm comfortable at life.
Yeah, exactly.
But I don't know if I would want, like, for example, like right now, I'm comfortable. Like I ain't even gonna hold you, bro. Like I am decent, but I can only take care of myself. I don't have enough to be able to take care of like my mom's per se, right? Like if I wanted to be like, yo, mom, move into the guest house and I'm gonna take care of you until you're old. Like I can't do that right now. So for me, like that's the goal is to be able to make enough money that like, should worst come to worst, I can take care of my mom and my dad. Make sure that they well off. They don't gotta like be in an old folks home like for their last days. But that shit is hard because let's say like how offhand, right? Like let's say I had $5 million right now. I just told you what I was about to do when they called me and said you could have 5 million. I'm finna, you know what I'm saying? Like probably catch a flight to Thailand. Like deuces. So it's like, of course, I'd leave myself enough money to take care of my people afterwards and all that other shit. But having more money comes with more access to those things.
It comes with more. What's the word? It comes with. What's the word? It comes with more. Bro, it's a basic word. I just can't think of it. Temptations. That's what it is.
Yeah, essentially like.
Oh, that's a nice car. I should buy it. Ooh, look at that model. Let me text her and pay her. Like, it just comes with more like greed, more temptation. Like, let me do this with my money. Let me flaunt it. Or let me spend it on this. When really you don't really need it, and that's not something you would regularly get. But because you have the money now, and you're feeling yourself. It's like I'm gonna get it.
Like, if I was a hoe ass nigga, like I would be just flaunting my wealth on all the girls and being like, yo, look at all this money I got. Look what I could do for y'all. But to me, that's some corny shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, people, but it's like, I get why people do it. But to me, like, all those things, like, the part of me that wants to really be liked for who I am wouldn't allow that. Because it's like, I don't want to be liked because I got money. You know what I'm saying? But if people didn't like me, and all I had was the money, well, now I get why, like, you use the money as the vehicle to get those things. It's like, it's hard. But for me, it's like, I don't know, I don't want to make that much money. Like, honestly, like, it frightens the fuck out of me. Like,
I used what you would do.
Because I know I would mess up. Bro, like, the Me Too movement would be light work compared to, like, just imagine if you could have any girl you could dream about on Instagram right now. Like, all the girls that you follow on Instagram, like, if you had enough wealth where they were just easily accessible and you could just have them all. Like, you might have, and no, I'm not saying this about you in particular like that. You might have like the best chick that is solid to you and going to do everything for you, but just now for the sheer plethora of options that now you look like, oh, I just got a ham and cheese sandwich at home. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not a ham and cheese sandwich, but now in your mind it is because now you got this whole comparison shit to like of things that you can now have access to, like, and it's like you devalue people. Like, that's why I don't like. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. For me, like, money, I feel like changes, like, and it can magnify like really bad qualities about people. You know what I mean? Like, so for me, like, given that I'm hypersexual and, you know, all those things, like, if I had a lot of money, it would just, like, I'm buying the Dominican Republic. You know what I'm saying? Like, we just going down to BBL country. Like,
free.
Not that's a joke because they don't need BBLs. They Dominican girls are bad, but like, I mean, just imagine that kind of money. You would be a king down there. You know what I'm saying? Like, who wouldn't want to live a life like that? Like, wake up every morning and have like the baddest Dominican chick feed you grapes and like, let me make you some food while like a harem comes out and gives you a nice little bath and you know what I'm saying? Like, all the good stuff. Like, that would be the shit for like a little bit, but then like, I don't know, that shit would get to my head. Like, that's what like, and I know that because the Navy got to my head. So like, I know what I could do with a couple thousand, and what I did with it. Don't get as much as I would love to have that generational wealth. Nah, because I'm going straight to hell. Like, there's just
damn, really?
yeah, I won't make it to heaven. As you know how the Bible in the New Testament, like, it says like, it is easier for the head of a needle to go through the eye of a camel than it is for a rich man to get to heaven. Mm-hmm. That's how it feels. Like, it would be like that. Like, I just would have too much, like, access to things that would lead me in despair. Like, especially like, you know, like, for example, like, take the situation I'm dealing with now. Like, you know, feeling like a little depressed. Imagine being depressed with a couple million though in your account. Or that depression go away real quick. Like, not internally.
So say, yeah.
But
because there are a lot of rich people that are depressed.
Oh, for sure. Like, more so than non-rich people, I think. But you have things to self-medicate, self-regulate, you know, like, yeah, this shit hurts, but like, I can go do this now. Yeah, like, what are your goals for like next semester? Like, is there like something that you want to accomplish in that time frame?
Just really like be able to sell myself, and what I mean by that, like, not literally, but like to jobs, because my advisor / teacher, he's been really having me thinking about future, and it's like, I want to get an internship so I can reach the next level. So like, I'm applying for a job here to broadcast at the games full time, and that will look really good for my portfolio and my resume when I'm doing internships.
Like radio broadcast?
No, like broadcasting at the games. Like, I'll be talking and like play by play, like an announcer.
Yeah, because that's what, like Professor Art does.
Yeah. So I mean, I've done on the radio or like in the arena. So like one of those two. But like, just really get to doing that. Catch up on some work. Since I dropped a class, I gotta do an extra class. So get up on my credits. Yeah, that's about it. Just trying to build myself with the right tools and experience next semester. I mean, I'm still gonna be a sophomore, so it's not like nothing's gonna change. It's just really lay the foundation for what I want to do in the future. Because I think about that a lot. I think about, am I doing the right thing by coming to school? Should I just went to the military and did Air Force, or should I have just done community college, or should I be doing something else? Because sometimes like school is hard, and like I be feeling that I just want to give up and drop out, and I be having to call up my mom because she's like really good with stuff like this. Like, hey mom, like, it was rough this week, or it was rough this month. I think I want to drop out, and like, she has to like help me realize that like this is part of life. Like, college is preparing me for adulthood, and even if I were to leave now, okay, if you were to leave, what are you gonna do when you get back home? Like, you gotta find another plan, and then with that plan, you're gonna come into something hard. So she was saying that this is basically developing me and helping me get through hardships.
Yeah, for sure.
So,
I mean, like, college is like your first taste of adulthood and like learning what it's like to live out on your own. You know what I mean? Like, for me, it was the military because, you know, I didn't want to go to college right away. But it's definitely like different to like be completely disconnected from your parents, your siblings, and just be on your own and learning to budget and stuff, do your taxes, all that boring shit that adults do. You know what I mean? But for me, I just want to release movies. Like, I want to make some some dope films, and just learn that side of it. You know what I mean? Like get better and develop. Maybe next semester, not the following semester, take like advanced cinematography. Just keep chipping on that craft so I could make my music videos. I could do just so much. You know what I mean? Like if I just apply myself and stop wasting time, like, and that's the hard part is, because I mean, like for me, like sometimes I feel like chasing after what you want is a waste of time if it's not going to get you, like if it, like for me, like with music, I always feel like I'm too old now. I got into a point now where it's just like there's no point chasing. It's a young man's sport. Like there's no point in making music, despite how I feel about it. You know what I mean? Like, but there's people out there that make it late as hell into their lives, and then all of a sudden they get on. So, it's never a waste to do what you love to do, but it's trying to manage, like how much of that do you prioritize into your life, and do you leave yourself a little time for this, a little time to pod, a little time to, make a couple movies here or there or whatever.